Hey everybody, and welcome to Mixed Media, KET's weekly Kentucky Arts Show. My name's Chip Holston. We got quite a bit of talent in store for you in this edition. We're going to hear some great jazz with U of L's Mike Tracy. He's here to fill us in on this year's installment of Jazz Week at the University of Louisville, and he's brought along several of his best students to perform for us as well. Then we're going to take a step back in time. We're going to go back to the 70s to be exact, with a feature on sculptor Barney Bright and his now infamous Derby clock. Now, I know some of you remember that fixture that once graced 4th Street here in Louisville. We'll also go ahead and check out some jazz. Here now are students of the University of Louisville Jazz Studies program performing Charlie Parker's Opera. Well, again, that was Opera by jazz bebop legend Charlie Parker. Now, be sure to stick around because we're going to catch the A train a little bit later on in the show, and we'll have a chance to talk with Mike Tracy. He's the Director of Jazz Studies at the University of Louisville. He'll be speaking about this year's exciting Jazz Week lineup. Well, right now we're about to take you on the A train, but before we do, I want to introduce you to the Director of Jazz Studies at the University of Louisville. This is Mike Tracy. Mike, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
The folks in the jazz combo, tell me who they were and what they were playing.
Sure. On trumpet was Jim Lewis. On alto sax was Mayfield. On bass, Darren Wall. On drums, Colby Inzer. And on guitar, John Bishop.
Great. Big week coming up
Yes,
there
it
at the
is.
School of Music with Jazz Week. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, our 10th anniversary will be a week-long event having concerts and clinics and presentations throughout the week available to anyone in any area.
And the big name you've got coming in, obviously you bring in a big name every year, but boy, you landed a huge one this year with Dave Brubeck coming
Correct.
in for this. What does that really say about the stature of this festival and Jazz Week to be able to land somebody like Dave Brubeck?
Well, our whole idea of the concept was to give the students at school and the community at a whole an opportunity to hear the masters. And we've tried to do it every year with people like Elvin Jones and McCoy Tyner. And this year we wanted to really have a big splash with Dave Brubeck, and we were lucky he was available, and everything worked out great.
For the students, what does it really mean to them to be able to interact with somebody like Dave Brubeck?
Sure. It's an educational event, even though the concerts are the big, exciting part of it. And this gives them a chance to see and hear firsthand and talk to them and to rub elbows and just to have an idea of what it's like to be at that level.
Sure. Now, in addition to Dave Brubeck, obviously there's a lot of other artists coming in through the course of the week. Who are some of those folks, and what are they going to be doing?
Well, on Friday and Saturday night, we have our other major artists, and that'll be Bobby Watson on saxophone on Friday, and Saturday will be Marcus Printup. We also have Louisville's Java Men at the Planetarium with an interactive laser show.
Oh, cool.
And we also have jazz videos and historians on Wednesday, Hal Miller, and then Thursday we'll have Gail Winters, a vocalist. So we try to give as much variety as possible.
Now, for folks who are interested in finding out more information about Jazz Week, we'll be giving you information on how you can find that on the Mixed Media website coming up in just a second. But obviously, the other 51 weeks throughout the year, you've got a lot of great things going on there as well.
There's probably a concert every week. There's something going on, whether it's a small group, whether it's a large ensemble. In the summer, our big hallmark event is Jamie Abersaw's Summer Jazz Workshop, 2 weeks long, with master teachers, educators, and players coming in to play for our students.
The final cut that the combo did, tell us a little bit about that.
It's the wonderful standard by Duke Ellington called Take the A Train.
Well, let's go ahead and check that out. Once
Great.
again, here's the University of Louisville Jazz Combo. That sounded great. Again, that was the jazz classic, Take the A Train. Now, don't forget, U of L's Jazz Week is coming up really soon, so be sure you mark your calendars and support America's truly original art form. And check out the Mixed Media website for all the information about the artist and when they'll be appearing during Jazz Week. I want to thank all of our guests for appearing on this edition of Mixed Media. Hey, if you'd like more information about any one of the guests you've seen tonight, just check out that website. Again, you'll find us at www.ket.org/mixedmedia. Now, coming up on next week's show, we'll hear the music of Michael Jonathan and the Folk Boy Orchestra. And we'll step back in time once more with another sneak peek at KET's production, Louisville Time Capsule, this time with behind-the-scenes footage of the Louisville Ballet. All that and more next week, right here on Kentucky's only program devoted to the arts. Hey, that's Mixed Media. Take care.
We're holding 5 minutes.